Hi everyone, Deb here. Today is Case a Card Day. This is our open collab or challenge each month on the 5th. And I decided to use this card here. It is from the All Squared Away bundle on page 117 of the current Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. This bundle is currently 20% off through the end of March, while supplies last, I'm sure. Now, as far as the stamp set, the only thing I'm using is The Best Thing About Today Is You. And I did use these dies. So if we look at this card, it looks to me like they stamped these and then put the frames, the white frames on top, which I'm going to do. Then they die cut out some of these flowers, which I haven't done yet, but we're going to do. And they do have an embossed piece in the back. I actually found an embossed piece already using the new gingham embossing folder in the January to June mini, which I'll show you when we get there. And then they put they used fresh freesia. I don't know what all these colors are. They look like some out of the Brights and Fresh Freesia, yeah. But they use some of these flowers. Now, the colors I picked are out of the Brights family, and instead of stamping the designs in the background, I cut out pieces from Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, and Flirty Flamingo. I was going to use Granny Apple Green, but the piece of cardstock that I found that was already embossed was Granny Apple Green. So I decided, let me just show you. I'll leave this over here. I haven't finished it. I just have things laid out. So I decided that I would use the Granny Apple Green already embossed piece that I found and not put it behind one of these squares. And then this is on a Flirty Flamingo card base that I already had cut. And I'll be right back. I want to find that embossing folder to show you. Okay, here's the embossing folder. And here's what it looks like embossed. So I think you can see that pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, because that is a for sure. And then they actually have the sentiment as a little strip here, and I think I'm going to put a circle right smack in the middle of these 4 squares. So the first thing I have to do, though, is glue these together. So, and they're very kind of thin. So these are 1 7/8 inch square. So what I did is I cut these down to just under 1 7/8 inch. So it's 1 7/8 is right there. I just went 1/16 of an inch back from it all the way around on all 4 of these, so that the edges wouldn't be sticking out. And there's just a little rim of white around the edge, right? So most of the gluing is going to be dabble, dabble, dab. And I'm just going to use the wet glue. If I had been smart, and maybe I'll cut them over again, we'll see, I would have used adhesive sheets for these again. But I think there's enough room if I can get the glue started. I have a hair on it now. There we go. Alright, I think there's enough room that I can put some little dabs of glue along here without having it too messy. Just right in the middle of these leaves. Some of them are going to be a little more tricky than others, and I'm not going to hold you on here to watch me glue all of them, but this is how I'm going to do all 4. Okay. And then we'll go like that. Now you may want to do this over a silicone mat. Mine is currently buried somewhere. And I just want to make sure the edges of the other paper behind are not showing. And that's pretty good. So that's what I'm going to do for the other 3, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to bump all of these up, and I'm going to start with the bottom, and we're just going to put 5 dimensionals on. You know, I'm not the best at getting things lined up, so I might bring in my kind of dirty ruler, but it's a T-square ruler, and I just don't have enough room for the whole length of it here, and put it, if I can, right where I want it, right about there. Now you could actually even tape it down, and then maybe just a little more, and then we'll do the same once we get up to the top. All right, come down a little bit more. There we go. So that's an idea to help line things up. We'll see how it works. Sometimes I'm just hopeless that way. All right, so we're going to put this, we want them to be more into the center. We're going to do the 2 bottoms first. Now this one is really close to the edge, so I just want to double check something real quick and make sure it just have a tiny bit of pink. I don't think it would be noticeable, but to me it is, so I'm just going to take and snip that itty bitty little bit off, and then let's go ahead and take these off. As long as there's full coverage when you look at it this way, it's good. Now I just noticed something. Let's see if that looks straight to me when I hold it up. Pretty good. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I have to remember to put the flowers. See, I'm debating, because if I do this, I have 2 yellow there and 2 pink here, but these are darker and these are lighter. So do you think I should do that or the light? I think I'll do this. That way I have pink in, even though there's dark there. I don't know. All right, let us figure this out. Same thing again. This one is a little easier because we have the other 2 already on pretty straight, and here again we're at the very edge, and I see a little bit. I have a piece of a dimensional in there. It must be from the other day. Oops, now it's stuck on my finger. Oh well. Just cutting a little bit that's showing around the edge here and here. So I obviously didn't get it on the back straight. Okay. Let me get a few more of these. So I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. I'm going to send prayers to everyone that is affected by this stupid, yes, I'm going to use the word stupid, war. And also, I learned this morning that there is a raging wildfire in South Korea that is close to a nuclear power plant. So let's hope that the firefighters are able to contain that, or more than just a few people are going to be affected by that. And I'm praying for everyone's safety and well-being. All right, and I'm sorry if anyone disagrees with me on any of that I just said, but that's the way I feel, and it's my channel. So I'm at a point in my life where I need to speak my mind. I spent years and years doing what everyone else wanted, and I made up my mind. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to have my own opinions and speak my mind, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone physically or hopefully not mentally either. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. And now this one. That looks a little wider apart than the other one. Let me turn it over and see. Oh, I think it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty. What do you think? We need some spring around here. My daffodils are a few inches up. They're not blooming yet. They don't usually bloom till April, so. And, you know, it's been down in the 20s still at night here, although tomorrow we're supposed to have a freakish 71 or 73 degrees or something, but it is, of course, supposed to rain tomorrow and Monday. All right, now we need to stamp. So I need a white scrap big enough to hold this. Let's see if I have one. Hang on. I have this bin of scraps. Oh, maybe. I don't think that's big enough. I don't think I'm going to have a white scrap big enough. All right, let me put that back in there. And actually, let me put these two back in here. Oh, here's one. I found this one. I think this is actually, maybe it's regular white. I thought it was shimmer white because I had that. I was using that the other day. Now, what color do we want to use? Granny apple green? I think so. I think it'll be brighter and show up better. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. So we're going to do this. I think my granny apple green needs to be re-inked. I'm going to try it. Well, let me do it again now because I about stuck my thumb on it. Alright. Yesterday my oldest granddaughter had all 4 wisdom teeth pulled out. She's doing well. Obviously feels weird, can't eat or anything yet. And she's such a picky eater. Like she won't eat Jello or pudding. Things like that. I don't think I have that on straight. So we're just gonna, this circle, by the way, is out of the new Beautiful Shapes dies that have the octagons, the circles that are kind of wonky, and the ovals. We could have used an oval that was a little wonky too, but I want to put a circle right in the middle. I think it's kind of a shame to cover them up, but by the same token, I think it'll look nice. All right, I'm going to turn around and die cut that real quick, just like I do on my lives. Now that would fit in the mini die cutting machine, which is on sale currently. So if you don't have one, you should get it now. It's normally $60 and it's down to $48 only for the month of March. So great time to buy a mini die cutting machine if you don't already have one. Let me put my die away so I don't lose it. Okay, and I think what I'll do is edge that in Granny Apple Green with the Stampin' Right markers. Make sure, yeah. I'm just going to go around the edge. This does have like a, not really stitching, it's just another circle layer like on it, but it doesn't show a whole lot. So there, I think we'll put that there, and that looks great. Ooh, and I just remembered something. Okay, so now because these are bumped up, I'm actually going to use glue dots to put that down. I don't really want to put more wet glue on, but I think glue dots will work just fine. Oops, got that too close to the edge. Don't like that there. I've shown you this before, but my glue dots are on the roll wrong, a little bit wrong. So there we go. Now we need to do embellishments like they did. So I kind of covered these two up but what I can do is put a few little flowers in, maybe Mango Melody there, and a yeah, that's mango. This is Melon Mambo up here, and Daffodil Delight. So let me get some scraps of those papers and die cut some things out, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so here's what I did. I started to cut these out so that the same colors in the background from the designer paper would be on the flower in the front, and I thought it kind of gets lost. So what I did is I took opposites. I put the dark, and I'm not sure I like that pattern, down here on the light background, and the light on the dark, and then this is Mango Melody going on the Daffodil Delight, and Daffodil Delight going on the Mango Melody. Although I might be tempted to do those. Now the thing is, there is no die for this. So what I've done is I've taken that square and I have die cut it on the light paper. And we're gonna just sort of fussy cut it a little bit here and see if we don't like that. I might even just round these a little bit and have them go above the square. I'll see how I like that, and if not, I'll cut it back. Let me just cut the square part off first. Shaking a little bit. Okay, and round those. And come up and around that. We'll see how that looks. It looks a little jaggedy, but you get the idea. I actually might make that a little more pointed. Oops. And this one's sort of too pointed. It's like an arrow. Well, let's let it go. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so now you can either use glue dots, or I'm just going to use a little liquid glue. And you can probably do a better job at cutting that than me. But it is what it is. And I'm just going to put that up here. And then this one, I'm going to use the other side, the more non-plaid side. So we'll have two different flower shapes and two different colors of the paper. Now this flower, it does have a position. I got it. Wow. I'm amazed at myself that I got it. Now you could actually leave it so that some of it pops up. Let's do these little yellow ones first. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do the one in the center first, actually. I think. Because the other two have to overlay. And that'll add a little dimension. And this, luckily, I didn't put any glue dots like right along the edge. So I'm glad I didn't use glue on that. Or I wouldn't be able to get these little guys tucked under there. And then they are going to need a gem on them. There we have 3 of those. And then this one is also tucked under now. I guess I'll use the one that has the, oops, that's going to be too much glue there. Okay, and then these. And this one. And since they're the same style flower. We'll just use the same side of the paper. Isn't that cute? I like that. Now we need some bling. So let's see. For the centers of the flowers, now we do have Granny Apple Green. That would work on all these flowers actually. And that's in the new Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels, available only online. We also have these 2021 to 23, but they're not the right colors. And we have little butterflies. And then we have, ooh, I'm torn now. You know what? Let's use Granny Apple Green since there's Granny Apple Green in the background, right? Let me get my pick tool. And we'll just use Granny Apple Green is this second set of rows here. This guy's coming off, and we're gonna put one right here, and then 3 little ones over here. I'm sticking to my finger because I had glue on my fingers. I don't use Granny Apple Green a whole lot, but these are perfect for this. Oops. And these are only available while supplies last. Now I need like a medium one for this bigger flower here. Fits right in there. And then we'll use sort of a big one, maybe right here. No, maybe right here, because there's none on this flower, right? Isn't that cute? And I don't think we need a bow, but you know what? Kind of feeling like we need a bow. Some kind of bow. But I don't know what I'm going to use because I don't really have these colors in a bow. I mean in ribbon. So we could either use this, I think this is currently not orderable. We can color this in Granny Apple Green. Is that too much green? Or we could color it in Flirty Flamingo. Let's color it in Flirty Flamingo. I need a piece of scrap paper. We used to have Mango Melody, but we have Daffodil. Our choices are Daffodil Delight or Flirty Flamingo. I think we'll go with Flirty Flamingo. I don't want it real long because I think I'm just going to do a small fake bow again because they don't take up much room. This is the crinkled seam binding ribbon. I hope it stays around forever. And I don't know if I have another pack of that or not, but if I don't, I want to get another one. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do. That's an alcohol marker I use, by the way, the Stampin' Right Dark Flirty Flamingo. Now, you could use paper toweling or something, but I'm going to take the end and just pull this through. Oops. Except that I forgot I didn't cut it off the I didn't cut it off the roll. And that wipes off any extra ink from the alcohol marker. It might still be on there. Sorry, this is a long, it always turns into a long video, doesn't it? I'm going to leave the scissors out. Bring my card back over. And let's just tie a small fake bow. Actually, I have enough ribbon here. Maybe I can tie a small real bow. So let's see how much this is. This is about 8 inches. Let's see if I can make a tiny little real bow. It almost looks peachy now that I wiped it through the my fingers are sticking to it, so it's not letting go. I can do this. I can do this. A tiny little bow is all I want. Just keep tightening it up. And there I think we got it. And let's cut this off. And we'll cut this a little shorter too. There we go. Isn't that cute? I'm going to put that right in the center there with a glue dot. I'll put it right in the center with a glue dot. And that is our, actually I'm going to put it on the circle because otherwise it's down in there. And actually, you know what? I feel like I need another gem or two over off the flowers. Trying to get them with my scissors. Like one here and maybe one on the other side. Maybe down here. There we go. All right, so on the inside, let's see what is in the stamp set. There's not really any little stamps or anything. So I cut out a few extras of these little flowers. So maybe we'll just put a few flowers on the inside. Or we could use a piece of one of the papers, but the thing is, I think I only have 5 by 3 3/4. So that's all right. We'll use that. And then we can just do some flowers on here like this and use those pieces up, right? We'll do something like that. All right, we're gonna just tack them down with the glue dots and we'll be done. And then glue the base in. I don't really want them hanging off the base too much, but we can a little bit because the paper is rather small. I usually use 4 1/4 by 5. No, 4 by 5 1/4. I always do that. I always say that backwards. Shame on me. And let's put another one on that one. On the other side of the circle. And then we'll just put that down right about here. And then we'll glue that in. And that'll be our card. Case a card on the 5th. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to show you all the sets that are on sale throughout the month of March. And this happens to be one of them. It is the bundle called All Squared Away, which again comes with these dies. And we used all the dies, and then we only used one stamp that says the best thing about today is you. We could have put something inside. There's you are so worth celebrating, like our friendship, or good things grow like our friendship, or just happiest of birthdays to you would have been nice here too. So that is it for me for now. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. It helps in the YouTube algorithm. And please be sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm coming on, either for videos or live streams. Also, I had put a kind of a burden on myself to get this up by noon on the 5th. I'm gonna, just for those of you who are playing along, anytime on the 5th, okay? Would be fine. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great day.